Hi everyone, I'm Stephanie Joy Phillips. I'm the founder of World Childless Week, and today is all about we are worthy. And for that, Bindi is going to do a lovely relaxing meditation. I'm so looking forward to this. I so need this today to talk all about our worth and reassure us through different ways. So I'm going to turn my camera off and my phone and say, Bindi, all over to you. Thank you for doing this, and I'll speak to you at the other side.
Oh, brilliant. Oh, you're so welcome. You're so welcome. I love teaching meditation anyway. And the Childless Not by Choice community obviously is so dear to me, being childless not by choice as well, that, I always jump at this, at the chance to do anything really for us all, for our healing, for our well-being. It's so needed. So, right, today then it is we are worthy to be seen and heard. It is your time to shine. And for those of you who don't know me, so I think I know quite a few people. I've been around in the childless community for a little while, and really since last year, mostly I've been telling bits of my story more, being out there a little bit more. And it's that which I really want to bring to you, because, when you're in your grief and you're in your grief around childlessness, it's okay. It's okay not to speak out about it. It's okay not to shout it from the rooftops and tell everyone your stories and who you are, and, keep safe within our community. And that's what I did as well. I did that, and I did a lot of healing for myself. And then last year I was like, right, I'm healing, I'm on my way. And I also have this tool, this special tool I call meditation, which I have been teaching for a long time. So I started teaching meditation in 2003. So I've been doing it for a long time, and I thought, well, why not do it for this community, and why not tell people, and why not post it on Instagram and, let people know. So I did start doing that again in quite a small way, and then it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So I really want to invite you really to do similar, and to know that it is your time to shine if you want it to be, and when you're ready. So, yeah, okay. So how we work with the meditation, I'll speak a little bit about what we're doing and the letting go. And then we'll go into it with some breathing, letting go. Then I'm going to speak out affirmations, and you can repeat them to yourself. And then we'll do some rooting, grounding at the end, ball of light. And during the meditation, you must be as comfortable as you can be. So if you do need to lie down, please do. You can lie down afterwards if you want, after the breathing, or you can lie down from the start. You can sit on a chair, or you can sit on the floor. I just want you to be as comfortable as you can. That's the most important thing. Okay. And if you do have any questions, do put them in the chat or in the Q&A, and I can pick up on that. So before we actually start on the meditation, I can pick them up. So if there's anything that you want to know right now, please do that as we're still chatting. All right. Okay, so worthy. What is worthy, first of all? The feeling of worth and the feeling of being important. So when the thing that we hold important doesn't happen, so in this case, children, when that doesn't happen, it's so easy to start feeling less worthy, because that holds worth for you, and that holds importance for you in this lifetime, in this life, in the world that we're in. And when that doesn't happen, it's so easy to have your worth diminished and your importance diminished. So I really want you to start letting that feeling go. So that's what we're going to start with, letting go of the critical voices. And these voices are very much your own as well, but also societal voices. So we know how pronatal the world is, don't we? We all know that. So it's letting go of those voices voices that people say to you, with or without, your want and your desire. They'll say them, they'll say the questions, they'll ask all kinds of, questions of us. Time to let those go, but also letting your own voice go, your voice of not feeling of worth, of not feeling important, self-judgment, self-critical. We all have them. I have them, you have them, everyone has them. Starting to let those go so that we can come into another place. We can come into a place where we can recognize our worth and our importance. So it's just really giving us another way of thinking about ourselves, and a way of saying, you know what? Yeah, I am important and I can do things. And then allowing those things in. So allowing those things in when you're ready, when it's time for them. It's not about rushing into doing things, rushing into your, the next phase of your life. It's not about the rush. It's about doing things when you can, but it is definitely around letting go. So the way we're going to be seen and heard, because this session is called We Are Worthy to Be Seen and Heard. It is your time to shine. So the way we're going to be seen and heard is through affirmations. So I will voice the affirmations a couple of times, and then you voice them to yourself. And because you're in, we're not in a space, a physical space, you're in your own spaces at home, you can voice them out loud as well. And that can be interesting to see. So it could be a bit scary, first of all, but it can also be really interesting for you, and just to see if you can voice it out loud. So do try one or two if you'd like, or all of them, and also to yourself as well. So that inward voice. Okay, so I think that's everything I want to say. Are there any questions? We will also, during the meditation, it's all guided. So I'll be speaking, but there will be a little bit of silence in the middle. I might come off video myself. I will mute a bit, so you won't hear anything. And that's your time to be with yourself. It won't be too long, so don't worry, because I know, there might be a lot of thoughts, but don't worry about that, okay? And the same thing, if you don't feel like meditating today and you just want to sit and listen, that's okay as well. Always be as comfortable as you can be. All right, okay. So let's get started. Move yourself if you need to, especially if you've been sitting the whole day so far, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. But if you've been sitting a bit, just move yourself a bit, your arms, your shoulders, your head. Always comfortable, never moving too much, always comfortable. And then come to sitting or lying down. And then when you're ready, start closing your eyes. So we've done a bit of chat, and whenever we do a bit of chat and a bit of talking, there will be thoughts in your mind. So let's start acknowledging them. Acknowledge thoughts coming in. Whatever's coming into your mind, acknowledge it. Say, okay, I will think of that later. I'll deal with that later. Acknowledge how you're feeling. So how are you feeling today? What have you done today? And you're bringing all of that in here. How are you feeling? And as you ask yourself how you are, how you're feeling, I want you to not judge yourself. So don't judge how you're feeling. Don't judge those negative thoughts or emotions coming in. Simply observe yourself and simply listen to how you feel. What's going on around you? What sounds do you hear? Acknowledge those. How does your physical body feel? If at any time anything aches, so if your ankle starts aching, move it, stretch out your leg. You don't have to stay in the same position for the whole of the time of the meditation. You can move whenever you want to. And then if you haven't closed your eyes, close your eyes now. And you're allowing yourself to move inwards. So the external world is there when your eyes are open. And when your eyes are closed, that's your internal world, the world within you. And that's where we're going to be when we meditate, with our inner selves. Acknowledging all your thoughts, allowing them to come, allowing them to go again. And then very gently starting to focus on your breathing. So for the moment, listening to your breath, inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the nose or the mouth. And you're listening to your breath. So again, no judgment. There's enough judgment out there in the world. We want to lessen our own judgment, our self-judgment. So breathe simply and let yourself be in your breath. And then as you breathe in through the nose, you're breathing into your chest, the lungs, allowing your body to expand with your breath. And then as you exhale through your mouth or your nose, you're allowing that whole breath to leave the body. And again, you're breathing in, expanding yourself, and you're breathing out, allowing your breath to go, allowing it to completely leave the body. And again, a nice expansion. And this time, try to move even deeper if you can. So deeper into your body as though your whole body's breathing with you. Into your abdominal area. And then breathing out, letting that whole breath go. And then as you focus more on your breath, see if you can allow it to be more relaxed. So as you inhale, inhaling slowly, and then exhaling and exhaling slowly as well, so that you're not simply taking a quick breath in and then a quick breath out, but try if you can to have your breath longer and deeper. And all the time going with what's right for you. So going as deep as you can with your breathing, going as long as you can with your breath. And it's fine if you can't. This is a nice practice for you. This might be the first time that you're actually focusing on your breath. Either today, first time in a few weeks maybe, or months, or years even. It's easy to ignore our breathing. So giving a little bit of focus to it today. And during the meditation, if it becomes too much with the affirmations, then you move back to your breath. And breathing like this by observation and strengthening the breath by moving deeper. This can be done at any time during the day. You can take breaks during your day and do some breathing. Notice the way your breath feels at different times of the day. When you're more relaxed, when you're busier, when you're stressed. Really helps you to understand the way you breathe. And breath is called Pranayama in Sanskrit, and that means your life force. So when you breathe, you're giving your body the force, the life force, life-giving. A few more moments simply with your breathing. And then staying with your breath and moving more to your exhalation, to your breath out. So more focus on your breath out. Breathe in, and then when you breathe out, use this breath out to let go, to release. And start letting go of any pain that you're feeling, any hurt, any regret, any guilt, any blame, any self-judgment, any self-criticism, any shame. Really start letting go of that critical voice inside of you, which says you are not worthy. You're not worthy to be seen and heard. Blow that voice out. Exhale through the mouth, blow it out, let it go. Let go of the criticism and the judgment. Let go of the comments which people have said to you. And let go of the self-criticism. And our first affirmations are to do with letting go. So I'll voice them, and then I invite you to repeat them. And I'll give you enough time so you can go as slow as you need to. I let go of the guilt I have about my childless journey. I let go of the guilt I have about my childless journey. I let go of my regrets. I let go of my regrets. And yes, as you're doing these affirmations, thoughts will come into your mind. Those regrets, that shame, and that's okay. That's okay. See if that thought can go, can kind of fade away, fly away, and keep repeating it to yourself. So for example, I let go of my regrets. You could voice out what regret you're letting go of. I release my shame. I release my shame. I will stop blaming myself. I will stop blaming myself. I let go of critical voices, including my own. I let go of critical voices, including my own. Letting go is a process, so it's not something that is done quickly. It takes time and effort. And very gently, the more you do, the better you get at it. And the better that you see that, yes, there are parts of the hurtful, the painful journey which you're able to let go of. And that helps you move forward. That helps you to feel your worth. So we'll do some affirmations now around your worth, allowing in the energy, that new energy of shining and being here and feeling worthy, feeling that you too are important. I forgive myself for the choices I made. I forgive me. I forgive myself for the choices I made. I forgive me. I come to an acceptance of my whole self. I come to an acceptance of my whole self. I am able to find peace. I am able to find peace. I take small steps forward. I take small steps forward. I allow myself to find joy. I allow myself to find joy. I am worthy. I am worthy. I can be seen and heard. I am important. I can be seen and heard. I am important. So I'll let you have a few moments to yourselves, allowing in the feeling of worthiness to come in, that feeling of peace, of joy, allowing that in. There may be images which come in, there may be other words and statements which come in. Allow them in. If it becomes too overwhelming, move back to your breathing. And then I'll come back in with a few more affirmations in a few minutes so that you can have that energy again. So see how you feel about being in the silence. It's a silence with yourself, but also with your inner self. I can be seen and heard. I am important. It is my time to feel worthy. It is my time to feel worthy. I can find joy. I can find joy. It is my time to shine. I am ready. It is my time to shine. I am ready. I am worthy. I am worthy. You are worthy. We are worthy. We are worthy. And I want you to really start feeling it gently within yourself, that worth, that importance that you have. And it doesn't mean that you suddenly go and do lots of things and tell people lots of things about your journey. It can be all the simple things, allowing yourself to feel joy, feeling joy in the small moments, allowing yourself to rest when you need to, and feeling peace for that rest time, and feeling that yes, you are important enough to rest and to look after yourself. You're important enough to be seen as you are, your whole self. Not simply the parts which are acceptable to people, which are things that people see as normal or okay for them to deal with. You can be seen as your whole self. So let that energy of it being time now, time for yourself, time for your worth, time for your shining self, for your joy, for your peace. And then when we close up on our meditation classes, and especially these Childless Not by Choice classes, we want to really surround with a ball of light. And we do this so that other people's critical voices can bounce off. There's no need for them to come anywhere near us. So imagine that you are sitting, or if you're lying down, you're in this ball of light around your body, all the way around you. So it's underneath your feet, it's to your sides, above your head, all the way around you, so that you're sitting or lying down in this ball of light. And the ball of light can be any color that you want it to be, the first color that comes to mind. And all of that energy that you've created. So when we meditate and when we go inward, you're creating energy, you're growing your internal strength, your internal energy. And all of that then surrounds you. So it helps you really be in your strength even more. So that ball of light around you can be as big as you want it to be. It could be close to your physical body, or it could surround the whole room that you're in. It could be even bigger than the room that you're in. And whatever's good for you can come in at any time. But whatever's not for you, so those critical voices from outside, the judgments, the criticism, they can bounce off the ball of light. And the ball of light is something else that you can do outside of meditation. You can imagine yourself in this ball of light whenever you need to. If you're going out somewhere and there might be a lot of questions coming in around you, put a ball of light around you. Allow that energy to deflect the questions, to bounce them off you. And then something else that we do at the end of meditations is we ground. And we ground so that we can come back into this moment and the space, and that we can be very firm again in our strength and in ourselves. So when you have your ball of light around you, then we'll start slowly grounding. So allow your energy to move downwards. So it's moving down from your head, the arms, front of the body, back of the body, down the legs, to the feet, and then into the ground. So it might be going from your feet through the different levels of where you live, through the different floors. And then when you get to the actual ground, that's when that energy moves down and really gets the grounding. And if you want, you can imagine that energy moving through the ground like roots, like tree roots. So those roots get deeper and deeper and stronger and stronger. And they hold you to the earth, they hold you to nature. And roots allow you to be in the moment, to be strong in yourself and stable. Especially if there's a lot of chaos going around you in your life. Rooting just helps you to see clearer, So keep rooting, keep grounding. And again, this is something that you don't have to do in a meditation. You can do it outside of a meditation. I ground every single morning. Allow myself to come into the day with a bit more stability. And then when you have your strong roots, you can start moving back into your body, moving your body a little bit if you want to, stretching if you want to. And then again, when you're ready, you can start opening your eyes, start being back in this space. And because you're not on the video, you can let me know if you're back in your space, but take your time as well, because if you went quite deep within you, it can take a while to come out again and into your space and the world. So do let me know if you have any questions. You can ask on the Q&A or on the chat. And I'll share a card which I drew before the class, and I hadn't shared it. People are coming back, thank you. So I just share this card. I fill up my well, myself with love. So this is part of my oracle cards, and I use them with the meditation. So I always, pick a card before meditation, and this came up, and I'll read what it says on the other side. Yourself is yearning for the care you give to others. There is ample space for the care of others and the care of yourself. Move into that deep, abundant space and start giving to yourself. Replenish your well. And I loved that because I pulled it, like I shuffled the deck and pulled this card before our class. And it just made me feel that all of you coming today, this is your chance to get your care for the day and just some relaxation, rest, whatever you needed. Yes, you can get a written list of the affirmations. If you, I don't know, Steph, what's the best? I mean, you can email me directly. So bindi@bindishah.com. Or I'm happy to send to Steph, whatever's best, Steph, for you.
I didn't want to interrupt yet, but yeah, if you can send me the sheet of all the affirmations, yes. I was actually going to ask you to do that, and I'll get it attached to the recording of this on the website so everybody can sort of pin them up somewhere as well, rather than just, look at them. Yeah, that was wonderful. I feel like I should disappear again. I wasn't meant to come back yet. But no, that was really lovely, Bindi. Thank you so much. Oh, I was fully relaxed. I didn't want to come back.
Well, it's good that you managed to relax, Steph. So that's really good. That's really good.
No, it was a really peaceful place to be. And I think everybody's going to feel the same about that.
Yeah, people might be still, not coming back as well, which is fine. I get that after meditation, you don't want to necessarily come out. Thank you, everyone, as well. If there are any other questions, just put them in. There's loads of thank yous.
Somebody's saying, do you do regular meditation classes, which you do?
Yes, I do.
Do you not? And I shall put your link again with the recording that's on there, but it's Bindi Shah, is it .co, is it? Or
.com. bindishah.com, and I do tailored classes for Childless Not by Choice. So what I mean by that really is, in meditation classes, you're going inwards. So you've all gone inwards, and you don't necessarily want to think, is the teacher going to say something? Is something going to come up which, is going to disrupt my harmony? Because it can come up within classes, meditation and yoga and classes like that. So this way you can actually go deep inwards as much as you need to. And I have had people say they go deeper, they go to other meditation classes, but they go deeper because they know there's not going to be those triggers, there's not going to be the photos behind me, or whatever, there's not going to be triggers to that. So they're specially tailored. And we don't necessarily talk about childless all the time. It's just a nice safe space and a friendly space as well. But there are certain topics, like self-worth, similar to what we did today. There are certain topics which we might find it more difficult as well to do. So yeah. I see a few people I know as well, which is nice. Thank you.
I know, it's always lovely when you see a few names pop up. Oh, no, that is. But at the same time, it's just equally nice in a way to see the people I don't know.
Of course.
Because we're reaching other people and other audiences, which is amazing. So
yeah.
Thank you again for doing that. I don't think I actually introduced you when I came on. I was already in the relaxed state,
You were already ready.
Just get on with it. I want to get there. I want to be, chill.
Yeah.
It was nice.
Yeah, I think a lot of people do that. I mean, I've been meditating for so many years, and I was doing classes, but not specifically for Childless Not by Choice. But I did have a break as well because of my own grief and my health issues with my adenomyosis and all of that. So, coming back to it, and then also having the Childless Not by Choice classes is very important to me as well, to really come back, back to meditating.
You did a couple for us last year for World Childless Week, which is brilliant and still there. Do you know what I mean? So it's just nice to be back again this year to do it. One thing I say is, obviously we're on about I Am Worthy, and I've actually added the gallery now to the website for this year, and there are some amazing photos in there again. So if nothing else, go to today's page and look for the I Am Me gallery, because it is uplifting, and it just reaffirms some of the things we don't always think about ourselves. When you see somebody else say, I am this, and you think, actually I'm that as well, and we sort of almost do a mental tick off of what we are without even thinking out about it, but by seeing other people saying it with their photos. So
yeah, and it makes you think as well, because we are whole selves. And I think sometimes we get, especially when we're really in our grief, it's very easy to think that we're not all these things, but we are. There's a lot of things that we are, and it's like, oh yeah, I am this, and I am creative, or I am daring, or I am all these things, and they do really come out. So yeah, I love those galleries, and yeah, mine should be up there as well.
It is. But yeah, it's things like being spontaneous, I'm joyful, I'm friendly, I'm open-minded, and there's so many things that make us unique and wonderful. And worthy is just, it's the top of the pile, and we are.
Yeah.
We are worthy of all of it. And we're worthy of happiness. That's the big thing. And we're worthy of finding happiness again, and acceptance of ourselves, which you've reached on, which can be hard, but it's so important.
Yeah, it is important.
Yeah.
It is.
Is there any more questions, or was that just from earlier?
I think that was the classes, the regular classes and the affirmations.
That's brilliant.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything. Do your balls of light whenever you need to. They're always really good. Really good to do if you're going out anywhere. I just do my ball of light, and it's for you, and there is that energy around you as well. It's not like a magic thing, you think, oh well, no one's going to say anything, but it does remind you that you can be in your own self, and you don't need to be impacted as much by everyone else's things.
always say things like put a mirror, make it into a disco mirror ball, reflect away everybody's thoughts.
Yes.
Decide to put some spikes on there so that people you don't like, they can be go away or whatever, you know, put your own sort of ideas in the ball and just,
yes.
Yeah, that it only sucks in love and light and harmony and happiness and, you know, rejects and bounces off all those negative feelings and emotions from others. Yeah, it's a good way.
Definitely.
Okay, well, Bindi, I think that has come to a beautiful end after a beautiful session. So thank you again for being here.
It's just bindishah.com. Steph will have all the information on the thing. Yeah.
It will be added to the video and everything. So don't worry, you're not going to suddenly lose contact with Bindi. She's very much part of our community. We're not letting her go.
Well, I'm letters to my soul on Instagram. So if you're on Instagram, then yeah, you can message me there as well. But yeah, I'm going nowhere. I mean, you know, this is me now, isn't it? You know, it's just, and it's wonderful. And it's like a new, I don't want to say new lease of life, but it's like a new way of being. So, you know, and I think we all do embrace that. Sooner or later we do. We all do.
Yeah. Takes different times for everybody, but we do get there eventually.
Yeah.
So thank you again for doing this today. And yes, that's it. We'll see you next time. Thank you very much.
Thank you everyone for coming, and thank you, Steph. Thank you.
You're welcome.